Micromanagement is an anti-pattern that's quite often seen in tandem with management by reporting, because it's symptomatic of an old organisation that's really struggling to achieve agile practice. You see, in an agile way of working, teams are empowered to get on with their work, they effectively are allowed to own their own process, encouraged to own their own process, and to be responsible and accountable for the deliveries that they make. They'll make their own forecasts, they'll make their own plans for delivering agreed increments of value to stakeholders. With micromanagement, you have a problem of managers not trusting the teams to get on with their jobs. A micromanager will get involved in the nitty-gritty of delivery, but without actually being a team member. So this can be a problem in the sense that you've got someone who is impacting the value stream, but who is not accountable themselves for the results. So you would have micromanagers dipping in as and when they feel like it, really, dipping into a team in order to exercise fine-grained control. When that happens, you've got someone involved in a value stream who is not a team member, because they're just getting involved opportunistically, right? Another situation in which micromanagement can occur, which is perhaps a bit more positive in the sense that there's no ill intent behind it. That's when you have managers promoted from the field. It's where someone of good technical ability is rewarded for their competence by, ironically enough, being promoted away from their job. And so rather than being able to get the dirt under their fingernails, as it were, they now find themselves in management meetings or working with stakeholders when they'd rather be working with the product. And so when these managers get back to base, they want to get their hands dirty again. So they micromanage, just because they enjoy the sheer thrill of doing the work. And you've got to sympathise with these people, when that happens, because it's not good for them. They're not micromanaging out of devilment, or just because they want to be some sort of control freak. It's because that's what buzzes their bell. They enjoy that kind of work. So with this particular anti-pattern of micromanagement, you've got to be careful to look at the causes, because they can be quite different. You've got to look at the motivations. It might be that you've got someone who's just dipping in and out, who's being a bit of a control freak, who does so opportunistically, and who will pretend not to be responsible for any work that they've done, even though they actually did jump in and start doing it. That's a definite problem that needs a certain resolution, a certain way of tackling it. But the person who's been promoted away from the job that they love, that person needs different handling. There's a different coaching opportunity there. Perhaps that person needs to get back to their job. At the end of the day, maybe that's really what needs to happen there. But whatever the situation, we have to accept that there's a problem with micromanagement, because fundamentally a team has to be responsible for its own work, its own practices in an agile way of working.